Blake, thank you for joining us, and so sorry for all you've been through. But so tell us a little bit about your house and your efforts to save it. You lived there for 7 years, completely paid off, and you were there on the scene when it was on fire, trying to battle the flames.
Yeah, Charlie, I was, and even just seeing those images puts me right back to that place. But as you just said, I chose to stay behind, and I was there alongside the firefighters all the way until I watched my home burn down on January 8th.
Incredible. So tell us, so what is left? Like if I walked up and saw the place where your home was, what does it look like now?
Well, what's scary is we're coming up on 3 months. And if you walk back to the house right now, it looks exactly like it looked on January 8th. It is just a pile of ash. We've gone back, we've done the digging, we've done the shovels, we put on the hazmat suits, and literally we found almost nothing that was even recognizable. It's a crazy sight. It's a crazy thing to experience.
Incredible. So there are no walls up or anything like that. It's just complete rubble. Have you begun the process of cleaning up?
That's the thing. We're still waiting. Right now, most of us in the Palisades community, we're waiting. Right, I'm waiting personally on the timeline of when they're going to clean up the debris. We're waiting to hear when remediation gets back, if it's safe. We're waiting to know when they're going to open up the roads. We're waiting to hear all of the things that we need, even to start making decisions to begin this whole rebuild.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but what are you waiting on? I don't understand. What you're waiting for? What to clean up and start building? What are you waiting for?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Communication right now is so confusing, and just a path forward is so unclear. Everybody wants to talk about rebuilding, but in order to rebuild, we have to have obviously a lot cleared. We have to know that it's safe to go up there. We have to be able to know what we're going to be allowed and not allowed to do. And there's so many questions in our mind just at the base foundation of what we need to feel safe and protected to begin this process. It feels like the bureaucracy and the politics is almost making, this recovery a full-time job. It's frustrating and it's exhausting, and it's going to be a long haul. The first 2 months was kind of like a race to, I wouldn't call it normalcy, just like a race to stability.
Yeah, there's
things.
No normalcy.
And now it's hitting us how long of a haul this is going to be.
So you basically, because of the regulations that are in place, because of at every step of the way, you're basically 3 months later and you haven't even really started step one towards rebuilding.
Yeah, well, and Charlie, to start step one, there has to be even a feeling of confidence, right? I mean, it was like a tidal wave. All of a sudden, you realize this is going to be a marathon, and people think everybody in the Palisades is like rich and wealthy, and I think that's just a miscommunication. Most of us are just families out here that they just want to try to get our lives back. Most of us were dropped from insurance companies we spent decades paying into. My story, I'm married, my son is 9, my daughter is 6, and entrepreneur 25 years, worked to pay off my family home, and we were dropped by State Farm. We were denied by other carriers. We were told the California Fair Plan. It wasn't, so we got left with zero coverage, but my story is not just mine. Most people I talk to, and I've been in touch with hundreds of neighbors, thousands on my Instagram, even if they had coverage, Fair Plan doesn't even come close to providing the capital people need. So I think, Charlie, to your question, the start is even a means, right, for a capital and a commitment to coverage that if we rebuild, we're going to be able to get insurance, at a fair price. And right now it feels like the insurance companies in the city are more focused on politics than they are actually serving the people that they're put in place to protect. And that's, at least that's the feeling we have as a community right now. Someone needs to step in.
Do you want to rebuild in the Palisades?
Absolutely. We chose there for a reason. We've been there 11 years. We were in the home you're seeing on the images there for 8 years. We chose to raise our family and our kids there because of the community, because of the schools. I wish there was another place that my wife and I were excited to move to, because that would be an easier decision. But we love it. We want to rebuild it. But in order to do that, we have to have a feeling of safety and protection. And I'm just being straight with you. We need some sort of hope, some sort of glimmer, some sort of path forward right now, and communication and collaboration that we can endure what we're going to have to endure to rebuild the city and the neighborhood we all love.
It's just incredible. And it's an important reminder that behind every single one of those piles of rubble is a family like yours that lost everything. And we cannot even imagine it. And we are praying for you and thinking of you and wish the best for you and your family and your neighbors. Thank you for telling your story, Blake.
Thank you, Charlie.